Hey y'all, what's up? My name is Mariah Karina, and I am here to share with you a little bit about something that I feel super passionately about, which is infant massage. Baby massage! And more specifically, teaching parents and caregivers how to do massage with their babies. And infant massage has so many benefits, so many developmental benefits. It clears up mucus from the lungs, it helps improve digestion, it helps stimulate the nervous system and give babies a sense of their bodies in space. It does a little bit of that kind of cross-crawl, developing connections between the hemispheres of the brain. I could go on and on. I'll put a list in the bottom of all of the developmental benefits that infant massage has on a biophysical level. It also has benefits for the parent or the caregiver who's doing the massage. It gives us opportunity for deep, conscious, intentional connection with the baby. It is good for the relationship. It allows for this opportunity for attuning your nervous system to each other, for creating this calm moment of shared touch that can help with frontal cortex development, can help the baby have a better stress response at a chemical level as they develop further. And really, it's an opportunity to share healing, nurturing touch with the little one you love. I think first what I want to do is give an introduction to infant massage in general, and then I'm going to go more specifically throughout the videos of this course into the specific technical things that you do and the strokes. So just to start, I'll say that I first heard about infant massage when I was in massage school, adult massage school. And we were watching this documentary about the ways that the cells imprint memory. And there was this one scene where there was this woman who was teaching a mother to do infant massage with her child. And I just had this moment that clicked for me, where it was like, that is good for everybody. You know, in this world, there aren't very many clear answers about what's totally right and what's totally wrong and what the best thing to do to take action towards a better world is. And in this very complex, nuanced, paradoxical world, there is something about learning how to share this gift of nurturing, healing touch with babies who are being born that just seemed so clearly good for everybody. And I researched it further. It turns out that the woman who was in the video was also in the same small town in Colorado where I was in massage school. And she was part of an organization called Infant Massage USA, or Infant Massage International. And that was actually founded by this woman, Vimala. It was this white woman from the States who went to India and somehow ended up in the orphanages there. And in India, as in many parts of the world, infant massage is a cultural tradition. And it's often something that the grandparents will do with their grandchildren. And when she was at this orphanage, she saw that the grandmothers who ran the orphanage had trained the older children how to do infant massage for some of the younger children. And that those children, even though they were in what we might consider from an outside perspective sort of dire circumstances in this orphanage in India in the 70s, seemed to be capable of living with an open heart and feeling bonded to their caregivers and free and loose in their body in a way that Vimala hadn't seen in the United States. And she, I think, had a similar moment to me when she saw the caregivers giving infant massage to the babies there, where something clicked and she put it together that these two things might have something to do with each other. So I became certified through Infant Massage USA and began apprenticing with the woman there, interning with her. And we just had a bunch of amazing experiences where I got to see firsthand the benefits of infant massage. You know, we went to this one family where the baby was an adopted baby. They didn't know what had happened. And this child was like completely rigid in her body. Her parents had called us because she wasn't bonding to them. Like they would hug her and she would just stay completely rigid with these giant eyes watching, watching, watching. And if you don't have that biological opportunity for that physical connection in the first gestation periods and first few months of life, then being able to sort of welcome your child into relationship with you at a physical level, teach them your smell, teach them your touch, teach them the sound of your voice, can do wonders when it comes to being able to bond. And I mean, that girl kind of broke my heart because I could just guess that she'd come from whatever situation she'd come to that made her stiff as a board and completely unwilling to trust anyone. And it was through these repeated efforts of doing the massage that, I mean, we were there with her and the parents in the room when she just bust out into this wail, this like horrendous, just like soul-piercing screech. And we all freaked out. The parents froze, and we managed to have my teacher there who was able to hold that moment and say, it's okay, yes, tell us your story, let it out, let it out, let it out to this little girl. And afterwards, the parents said, like, that was the first time she'd cried. That was the first time she'd trusted life enough to release and to feel and to show what was going on for her. This little baby, like 3-4 months old. And that was the first time she'd ever opened her lungs to cry that big. And after that, her body got looser. She started breathing. She started eating more. She started like holding her parents back. And you just think, that as a child who could later on have panic attacks, have asthma, have difficulty building intimate relationships. But, the closer we are to birth, the more malleable we are, the more capable we are of changing, because the closer we are to the moment of trauma. And there are other infant massage stories, of babies who were born with a cord around their neck, or who were born breech or had been twisted this way or that way when they were born. And there's something about the infant massage where you can literally massage out trauma of your muscle memory. You can literally create a safe enough environment for your baby to feel like it's okay to release. And you're putting these patterns in motion that are just going to benefit them and you, and set you guys both up for the best relationship possible moving forward. So I could go on and on. I have so many other stories to share about how powerful this work is. But I think the last one I'll say is just that it's empowering. There's so many conflicting voices of authority out there, especially for new parents. And there's also a lot of judgment and a lot of criticism and a lot of just like harshness as you move as a new parent through the society that really wasn't set up to support you having a child. So there's something about infant massage to me that is about reclaiming that authority, is about reclaiming this birthright that we all have to be an instrument of health, to feel capable of holding and touching and caring for our child. And yeah, the story I'm thinking about is we were doing this class as sort of like a social service center, and there was this guy who came in with his son, and this guy was like sort of a rural guy, very working class. And infant massage can be great for men and for fathers and male caregivers, because whereas the woman has had the opportunity to carry the baby, to birth the baby, and sometimes breastfeed the baby, she has all of these times where she's like tactilely in contact with the child, whereas men don't have those same built-in opportunities. So as a father, as a male caregiver, having the chance to do infant massage gives you an opportunity to just have that sort of really physical connection with your kid. And we were so happy he was there at the class, and he was there with his child, and his child had this horrible colic, like horrible, like belly out to here, crying nonstop, hard as a rock. And I mean, they'd taken him to doctors, to the clinic, to the whoever, and they were just telling them a bunch of crazy crap. They wanted to put the baby on medicine and all this stuff. And we taught him infant massage, and you can do this belly massage where you are just like moving out the colic. You are like moving out that poop with your hands. And he did the stomach series for his son, and he came back the next time. He said his son filled up 5 diapers that night. Like, it was just this beautiful moment for remembering that we're capable of that. We're capable of so much. And I do really believe that kind of like this ability to share loving touch is our birthright. That that there's like medicine, there's healing, there's love in our hands that we can feel when we touch our children, and that we can feel when we touch our loved ones. And that connecting with this is something that we can make intentional time for. You know, I think if any of you have been lucky enough to experience a massage, you know there's a difference between someone kind of rubbing your shoulders for a minute and someone sitting down and giving you a full body massage. So this is about acknowledging one of the ways in which I'm sure all you parents and caregivers out there are loving your children all the time with healing touch, and that this is an opportunity to give that real full body massage that might open the way for some deeper healing. And, you know, some practical things. It really helps if you can integrate this massage into your routine. I found that parents that are able to integrate it into part of their routine, as part of bath time or as part of bedtime or as part of nap time, have better luck doing it consistently. And it's in doing it consistently that you can really get those benefits. So maybe let's say a good thing to aim for is 3 times a week. If you want to do it 5 times a week, if you want to do it every day, you can. You know, I always like to imagine how the world would be if everyone got a warm bath and a full body massage every night. I think that would be a really beautiful world. And that's one that we get to create with our children coming up in the next generation. So I'm going to be going over 3 segments in this infant massage course. The first is going to be legs, feet, belly. The second one is going to be arms, hands, chest. The last one is going to be face, head, and back. And then we're going to put it all together. So I hope you stay with me. And I thank you for taking the time to watch this video, for feeling the desire to do something good for yourself and for your baby. And I'm just sending you love and gratitude, because damn, parents, you really don't get enough. So let's get started.